going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about, is the Canon R still worth it when the R5 and R6 are coming out at the end of the month? Yes, the R5 and R6 are technically overall better cameras, but the price also reflects that. So it might not fit specifically what you want. Like the R5 is heavy into the video features and maybe you just take photos. So let's jump into it and I'm gonna discuss my personal thoughts and if I think the Canon R is still worth it. Let's first discuss the prices. So I'm gonna look at my phone because the numbers are all over the place right now. So first, the Canon R is currently $1,800 US, $2,400 Canadian, but you can also get it for a lot cheaper than that if you kind of wait for the sales, and once the Canon R5 and R6 drop, then the price for the Canon R might go down, or you could just wait for different deals that Canon may have. I also got mine for $1,800 Canadian, which is around $1,320 US. I also picked up the 35 1.8 IS lens for $200 as part of that bundle package, which I turned around and sold it for $600. So that ultimately made my Canon R a lot cheaper. The Canon R5 is $5,400 Canadian and $3,900 US, which is mind-blowing. It's super expensive. And the R6 comes in at $3,500 Canadian or $2,500 US. That's still super expensive compared to the R camera. The R5 coming in at double the price, and the R6 you can save around $1,000 or more. If you're huge into just taking photos and you want high quality, high megapixel photos, the Canon R comes in at 30 megapixels with 5 frames a second. The R5 comes in at 45 megapixels with 20 frames a second. That's absolutely mind-blowing. And the R6 comes in at 20 megapixels with 20 frames per second. And even for me, like, why are you shooting 20 frames per second? Like, that's mind-blowing. Like, unless you're a sport shooter or you're shooting action, like, how do you have that much storage? It's crazy. If you are huge into video and you do shoot 4K, that the Canon R does have cropped 4K, which kind of sucks, and the Canon R5 and R6 do full frame 4K, which is mind-blowing, and the R5 does 8K. I don't know what you're gonna do with 8K because that's absolutely insane, but that is something to look out for if you are shooting 4K. Don't forget that the Canon R and R6 also come with IBIS built in. The Canon R only has electronic stabilization. That's something to look out for if you want that gimbal-like smoothness for videos. Alright, so personally I love the Canon R. I still think this camera is a beast. It all comes down to you specifically and what you want to shoot. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, yes, the R5 and R6 are amazing cameras and they are shaping up to be absolutely game-changing, but if you want the R5, it's like, it's double the price. You can pick up 2 of the Canon Rs for the same price as an R5. Is it double as good? Some may argue yes, it is, and the R5 is worth that. But for the average person, in my opinion, especially if you just shoot photos, that you don't really need that much video specs. And even with the Canon R6, like, yes, it is good, but like, is it worth another $1,500 or $1,000? And for most people, if you're not shooting video, the answer is going to be no. Simple as that. The Canon R will do most people justice, and if you are upgrading from any other camera, like if you're upgrading from like an SLR camera or anything like that, I think this camera will be absolutely amazing. And with that being said, you can spend that extra money and invest in some of the crazy expensive RF glass, like the 28-70 f2 lens, or like what I'm shooting with this video on right now, which is a 15-35. Like, these lenses are absolutely mind-blowing and will change all your images. It will make it that much better. If you are contemplating picking up a Canon R, I would say wait until the Canon R5 and R6 drop and see if Canon drops the price of the Canon R, which I think they will. Or people will be selling these off and there'll be crazy sales for these cameras, and you might be able to even pick one up for even cheaper than that. And just remember that it's not the camera body that makes your images amazing. But that's all I have for this video. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, peace.